Oh, sorry. Mr. Kelly, 5 minutes.
Thank you. I'm going to start, perhaps, I don't know if this question is for Mr. Matthews or General Eyre, but how many 155 shells are being produced in Canada right now per month?
Mr. Chair, first of all, not enough. Secondly, 3,000.
3,000 is the monthly.
That is my understanding.
Okay. Is that out of GDOTS?
GDOTS.
Okay. All right. So they are now producing shells. At what is the production capability of that facility? Like what can we realistically get up to quickly?
Maybe I'll start, Mr. Chair, and the Chief will chime in. Conversation about upgrading production of ammunition, 155 or other. It's a long process, requires investment, and there are discussions underway about potentially investing to upgrade production, but it is not a quick fix.
Okay, why not? This is the hottest, perhaps the hottest military commodity in the world right now. Every allied military that fires 155 shells needs 155 shells. Why is there no urgency on getting the production ramped up?
So I think two things, Mr. Chair. Number one, and the Chief may have to help me here, there is variants of 155, and the production of 155 in Canada is not, I'll call it the most desirable variant. So when you talk about upgrading production, we're also talking about new machinery, et cetera, to make a different type of 155. And so those discussions are underway, but it's a pretty big investment. Chief can help me out with variants here.
No, Mr. Chair, you've identified an issue that I am extremely concerned about because it underpins our own lack of readiness in this area. And we do need a sense of urgency, more of a sense of urgency in this area. But along with increasing industrial capacity, we need the contracts that go along with that to be able to produce the ammunition, to get the additional production lines open, et cetera, et cetera. We have not produced one additional round of ammunition in this country since February of 22. So yes, this is something that greatly concerns me.
So to be clear for the record, the 3,000 per month is the same production as before the beginning of the war in Ukraine?
Yes, and I'll add those are the M107 variants. What we need are the M795 variants, which we do not have the production capability for in Canada yet.
Okay, I can't even...
I can get into I can geek out on the details with you if you want, but...
well, given that previous witnesses last week gave us almost no meaningful information, take half a minute for some of those details.
So the M107 variant is a shorter distance, so the range is shorter. The kill radius is less, and the accuracy is less. The M795 variants, which we consider the operational round, which we prefer to use in operations, has about a 5-kilometer longer range, more precise, and has a wider kill radius, if you will. That being said, the M107 will still work, but not as good as the 795, which we hope to retool to.
Is it not fair to say that literally every allied country is searching for this class of ammunition? How on earth could there not be contracts, given that there are decades of production are being expended very quickly in the war in Ukraine?
No, Mr. Chair, you are right. Every NATO Chiefs of Defense meeting I go to, this is an issue of discussion. Our allies are rightly very concerned about this, and we're all looking at ways of ramping up production. And it is of increasing concern because we take a look at the Russian reconstitution ability. They're actually reconstituting at a faster rate than we anticipated. And so in order to continue to, one, ensure that we've got our own proper stocks, and two, ensure that we can continue to support Ukraine for the long term, the accelerated production of artillery ammunition is extremely important.
Is there any possibility for Ukraine to win the war without some type of parity or some type of ability to compete with Russian production and expenditure of artillery?
You know, Mr. Chair, there are many pathways to victory, but as we take a look at the reliance of modern warfare, in fact, warfare for the past 150 years, artillery has been pretty key.
Thank you. Tanks. Once our battle tanks have fully deployed with the battle group commitment in Latvia and also with the tanks that have already been sent to Ukraine, how many tanks operational tanks are left for either further deployment or training?
So, Mr. Chair, I'm going to have to do some math here. So we started with 82 tanks. We donated 8 to Ukraine. We're deploying 22 to Latvia. And so the math, just very quickly here, doing it in my head. I've got the accountant sitting beside me here, 52.
Are those 52 tanks all operational, fit to either deploy or for use for training?
Mr. Chair, no. I don't know the rate off the top of my head. I do know what the overall serviceability rate of Army vehicles is, and it's not good. And it goes down to a shortage of spare parts, national procurement funds, and technicians.
Okay, so the